Hey toy collectors, welcome to another super exciting, outrageous toy review. Today I'm taking a look at some custom figures I made many years ago, back when I was in middle school and early high school. I'm talking late 90s for these guys, when I could get beater figures for $1 a piece at the flea market, easy. Today's video focuses on Dreadnoks. I liked making Dreadnoks because they were easy to kind of mix and match parts, and they often were sort of the results of the leftovers of other customs. Little Bear, this guy is supposed to be kind of a bruiser for the Dreadnoks. He's got the head of Crystal Ball. It's been modified a fair amount. The arms of Duke from 1992, the torso from Flint, the waist from a Viper, and the legs from Thrasher. He's got a little lead pipe accessory that's kind of corroded over the years. It doesn't look as cool as it originally did. I modified the head quite a bit and added the mutton chops to it to really try and make the face less recognizable, and all his tattoos were added using a Sharpie. Hanover, who gets his name from a legendary monster, happens to be French instead of an Australian Dreadnok. I guess that's signified by his silly mustache. He's the head and waist of Thrasher, the right arm and torso of a Viper, the left arm of Zanzibar, and the legs of Crystal Ball. His spear comes from a Legends of the Dark Knight Robin figure. It was actually like an arrow that he could shoot. And his knife came from the 1992 Duke. Raven. I mean, Raptor's already a terrible character, so let's make a Dreadnok out of him. This uses the torso, legs, and head of Raptor, the waist of Crystal Ball, and the arms of Zanzibar. I painted lots of different details on him. I tried to make him much more heavily dark. He's got some tattoos added with Sharpies. And in general, he's got a little bit more of an emo feel to him. I do like that he has a little less exposed flesh than the original Raptor figure. Just kind of tones him down, makes him a little bit less ridiculous. Anubis. When I was making this custom, I really wanted to deal with the fact that Xandar's face would change colors. So I decided to paint his face white. It gives him kind of an ICP feel, or even the fact that the members of KISS had white makeup on their faces. The arms come from Thrasher, the torso is from Crystal Ball, and the legs and waist are from Flint. His knife is from a Hook toy line figure from based on the movie with Robin Williams. I don't think he's a bad-looking figure, but it's so obvious that he's Xandar. I mean, that's one of the biggest problems with these custom Dreadnoks that I made, is that a big portion of them are made up of other Dreadnok parts. Manticore, another Dreadnok with the name of a monster. It's the head and arms of Duke from 1992, the torso of Thrasher, and the legs and waist of Mercer. His chain whip is actually like a keychain, ball and chain kind of thing. His pant legs clearly identify him as a member of the KISS army, and he's got a lot of little tattoos that were drawn on him with little Sharpies. I really like the way the scars turned out on his face. They're very subtle but noticeable. So Corey Stinton, who created SmallJoes.com and was one of the founding members of Yojo.com, had made a few Dreadnok River Pirates, and I decided to kind of expand on that concept, and I made a few pirates of my own. I mean, granted, the Dreadnoks already had Zanzibar, who I used the head for on this one, but I wanted to expand the ranks a little bit. So the head, the torso, and the legs are all from Zanzibar. Of course, his legs were painted to look more like jeans. The right arm is from Xandar. The left arm is from Spirit. It already had a broken thumb, so I cut off the hand and added that cup hook to it. And his waist piece is from Charboil. His sword is a painted toothpick sword. He's got a little ammo strip around his chest, or a holder for his sword, and that was made from a keychain. I did chop down the ponytail a little bit. It was a real messy one. I kind of tried to make his hair look like it was dyed a little bit. I painted quite a bit of his chest to make it look like he's actually wearing a shirt. It's really what's going on with this figure. This Dreadnok, I, for the life of me, can't remember what I named him. His ammo pouches come from a dollar store toy that was in a much bigger scale. This was actually like a belt for that figure. And this guy has it slung over his shoulder. His arms come from Ripper. His head is from Torch. His torso is Major Blood. His legs are from Ripper, but the lower parts are from Monkey Wrench. I don't know, he fits in well with the Dreadnoks, but that's because he's mostly Dreadnok parts. In the comments down below, what do you think of my original creations to expand the roster of the Dreadnoks? Should I take apart the guys that use Viper pieces to try and build and bolster my Viper ranks? or keep them as is as a memory of my collecting fandom back in the day. Thanks for watching this super exciting, outrageous toy review. Make sure to like, subscribe, and check out my other videos.